Next item on the agenda, consider approval of budget transfer of $30,000 to EMS.
Motion.
Second.
Bishop. Yes. Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Masters.
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Item number 9, consider approval of $5,000 for crop damage and land acquisition for Brown-Forman Road construction project.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Elder. Yes. Mr. Masters.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Quayle.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Item number 10, open bids for chip seal on Helm Schoolhouse Road. Jimmy, you got it. They glued or not. Who's this from?
Payment Restoration out of Tennessee for the standard chip seal.
Excuse me.
Total estimate is $63,900.
That's for the standard chip seal.
That's for the standard chip seal, what it says.
How many miles was that?
That ain't but, I'm thinking 6/10.
Is that,
How's that compared
That
to
sound-
blacktop?
that sounds a little high for chip seal, don't it?
Real high.
That's high,
Yeah.
Blacktop is cheaper than that.
that's high. I don't know if he's messed up on his bid or,
Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah,
6/10 a mile.
yeah.
chip
Yeah,
seal.
that's out of whack.
is that what you read?
63.9, that's what he's got, yeah.
We're going over this.
Unless he combined them both.
Do we have two bids on it?
The other one's for the
This is
rubberized.
Rubberized, this is for the grant.
This payment restoration with it.
Something we can do ourselves.
We can't do it, and I can't find nobody in the state of Kentucky can lay this rubberized, okay, it's got to have an agitator.
No matter on the standard though.
On the standard, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Which we got a grant, a chip seal grant for rubberized portion. I think it's,
This estimate here is for $71,100.
And,
Same company or?
same distance.
Same company, is supposed to be the same, the road's supposed to be half,
Yeah.
that's how we're gonna get the grant. Half rubberized, half
Agitators cover.
regular.
So, Keith, does that grant, on that grant, does it specifically state that part of it has to be chip seal?
1,
Okay, so
This is 71.
71.
63,900.
and what was the total amount of the grant?
$30-some thousand what they was gonna give us. We supposed to come up with like 24 or something like that. But them numbers are way, these numbers are way off.
yeah, it's not what
Yeah,
we
30 and
expected.
24 is not 71, best I can figure.
Sometimes I guess it's better to turn a grant down, isn't it?
Passed.
We'll look them over and I'll call him and make sure he's,
Make sure there's no kind of discount if they're doing both jobs at the same time or, you know.
On the past, the chip seal didn't hold up enough to make the difference. You know, it wouldn't last half as long.
Russ Blacktop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What could you blacktop it?
blacktop the whole road.
I have to get some numbers.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll just look at it and go from there, I guess.
Thank you. Scare you to death.
Item 11, open bids for recycling paper shredder. Keith, you want to open that up?
Hey, Jimmy, maybe we need to buy some agitator.
This bid is gonna be for, we advertised for it, it's a bid for the grant-related recycling center paper grinder shredder that we're gonna put at the new recycling center on Woodlawn Avenue. I put in a grant to the state of Kentucky for this. And this will be 100% paid for by the state grant. But because it's in excess of $20,000, and the company who made the paper shredder did not have the state bid number that they needed, we had to bid it. So we'll see what the bid comes in at. But it won't cost the county of Marion any money. That over the year. Actually, seal bid.
You got a sharp knife.
Keith, that's kind of like an illegal weapon to me.
You want to borrow?
No.
What I heard it said.
Cut your way out before you.
Like a big stick.
That's an NRA knife, they give that to the group. This bid submitted by Barron Enterprise over in Eubank, Kentucky.
W-R-E-N.
Pardon?
Yeah.
W-R-E-N, Barron.
B-A-R-R-O-N, Barron Enterprise, Eubank, Kentucky. And the bid complete is $52,650. And that is within bid guidelines, that is within the grant guidelines, so I would recommend that the court accept that bid.
Motion to accept that bid.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr.
Thank you,
Webb?
Keith.
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Unanimous?
Thank you, Keith.
Mr. Brock, it's always a pleasure.
All right. Next item are department reports. Jimmy?
I'd like to ask y'all to hire Zachary Jefferson for sanitation.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Bishop? Yes. Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Unanimous?
The brush out at the transfer station is getting piled up. Y'all been out there lately. I've got to get talking to her back out here to get that grind. I talked to him, he said before 6 weeks before he gets here, it's gonna cost us around $2,500 to $3,000 for them to come and do this.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Masters?
Yes, and
Unanimous?
we'll be doing this again in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to order some tars to put in stock at the farm, around $5,000 worth of tars.
Is that all?
No.
Well, go ahead. We'll just add one big motion here.
Y'all know the signs, we've been having a problem with these signs, keep them up. We need to do something. I don't know what we're gonna do. I've been talking to Clemens about looking into cameras and stuff, and, we need to do something. I don't know. Good cameras is high,
Get a trail camera. He brought one in there the other day, $125 for a,
$29.
$129 for a,
I say it's, because it's about $100 a pop every time they tear a sign up, plus our guys.
Yeah, but when do you know where they're gonna hit at? And I went out and looked at some of our signs that they bother all the time, and a trail camera, I don't believe is gonna work, okay? Ain't no trees or nothing that we can, okay, them cameras won't get up to 60 feet. At 60 feet, you probably ain't gonna see nothing at 60 feet. And, I looked into some cameras, and they make cameras you can put in the ground, but they're expensive. I'll look into it, y'all want me to? But like I say, we need to do something. We got signs, we put 2 people, once a week out, and that ain't,
What are we averaging right now a month? There at one time, it was several thousands of dollars, wasn't it?
yeah, it goes in spurts.
And you don't know where they're gonna hit, but you got your certain areas they hit more than others, what you know, we've talked about, so.
county.
It's everywhere.
One
spot, you pick one spot, they'll be up to the account.
One suggestion here, if we do a camera, let's be sure we follow up and get them.
Yeah, that's the key.
you'd have to have either a good facial recognition or a license plate, or you'd have to have some form of identification, some way to.
Yeah, that's why I guess,
But we did it at the ridge, it slowed it down up there. I mean, it did help, at Scotch Ridge.
If somebody come up with that solution, they'd be a multimillionaire, because
That's true,
that's every county across the Commonwealth.
it
So
is.
well, got 1,000 votes in the sign, hell.
I guess just
You'll find them.
keep looking for cameras and see what we can come up with. And
Let's just look, yeah, go ahead, look.
Is that it? Motion to approve the purchase of $5,000 of replacement tires.
Second,
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Master,
yes.
Mr. Quayle,
Yes.
Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Appreciate
And
y'all.
Garrett, and Mr. Garrett.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate what y'all.
I don't have anything additional unless you have any questions of me.
Thank you, Keith. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Brock.
Good.
You got in front of you there, our medical letter that I'm submitting to our vendor. Our vendor has submitted us a notice of cancellation as of August the 31st on the contract. They took the 30-day opt-out, due to difficulty in hiring staff. They give us, to give a little bit of history on this, in January, they give us 3 options, and one of them was just a CPI raise, which took us from $497 to $506. And then they put a couple options on raising the overall cost of the medical contract, and that was about $127,000 to look at 24-hour medical and raise the price of what they're hiring nurses at. So in May, I issued you all, last of May, I issued all you another letter. They had submitted again in May, which looking back up, we did an audit on the medical services in March and found out there was some much needed improvement with their financial end of it on watchdogging some of what we're paying out of the hospital and stuff, which would in turn be beneficial to them and actually beneficial to us. That proved to be actually what it is. Our numbers are doing a lot better on medical. So in May, they issued the notice I gave you all on the 29th, which they want $151,000 adjustment to medical. I actually telephoned their company in June. I told them, I said that the court had made no actions, and we had chose just to follow the contract as was the CPI raise, and until we had some type of adjustment with our revenue. I did tell them at that point that the only thing that was in the budget other than their $506,000 was that Kevin and the court judge and us, we had raised that to $590. I said, so if there's any type of a negotiation we could do, that's the only window I've got, is between $506 and $590. So I didn't hear anything out of them until the other day, and they showed up at the office and gave me a letter saying that they want to opt out. On the graciousness of it, they said, well, we consider on rebidding, if you all like to go out to RFP. But so I assured them that we would go out to request proposal. We would look at our options because, I mean, that's just such a significant increase. And there's a couple of things that they're wanting to add on, and they're needed. I mean, the staff salaries in medical are just in battle as they are in corrections. And, last year we raised the food service, and food service now hires people at $15 an hour. Our medical is right up around 18 for LPNs and around 25 to 26 for RNs. So, I mean, they turned over some staff. So they're not interested in continuing any business with us unless we give them an increase. So I have, what I propose for you all today is to give us approval to move forward with the RFP process. I will ask them to, and they have agreed verbally, I'll ask them to extend their out from August the 31st to September or October the 1st to give us a little bit more time to get our advertisement and making sure that I would like to have on the panel the judge, Kevin, and Joanna Donahue, my business manager, to sit with on the panel to review the RFPs once we get them in. I've talked with some other companies. This is kind of like a trend. Even some long existing medical agreements. There are companies that are ending their relationships, even if they have them 20 years. If those margin levels are not there, the cost of medical is rising, and the cost of staffing these medicals in these jails is rising. So, on the good side of it, I've had some discouraging conversations with some medical companies on the phone this week, and on the other hand, I've had some good conversations, some possibilities. So at that point, we cannot see through it unless we just RFP it, and because I just don't see us up in $150,000 to increase the contract without seeing what our options are.
I agree.
Motion to approve the bidding out or releasing of an RFP for the medical services for the
Second.
detention center.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Mash,
Yes.
Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
Mr. Quick. Unanimous.
They will,
With that, and it goes back to the staffing thing, like I said, food service did us up for a raise for it. Medical's gonna do the same thing, and of course, the RFP will be written, and they'll be very disclosed about what the competitive market is when they do bid that. Right now, we're down 3 full-time positions that have occurred in the last couple of weeks since we had our last meeting. We have a new hire class of 8 that shoots typically will salvage, out of the 8, we're hoping that we keep 3 through a longer term. Don't know that. We just have to wait and see how well. I mean, they're just now completing some classroom training and going into the OJT. The staff members we're losing are losing to other jobs. So, I mean, it's the one Mattingly guy that we're losing in our booking tremendously shocked. I mean, the kind of individual we cherish to hold on to, that there's no way we're going to get this. He's going into industry more money. And talking of that, this most recently, the incident that occurred this week in Taylor County, and it's a real eye-opener for all government agencies to understand the actual threat of running a jail and a jail business. That there are some potential for some catastrophic major emergency issues to happen within those jails. We were very, Taylor County's staff responded, their detention center staff responded well. The Campbellsville Police, the Sheriff's Department, the Kentucky State Police, and they quelled that. But if they would have, looking at this damage myself, when I went in that night, another 15 minutes could have been inmates in the hallway and out into the other parts of the jail. I say that's why we don't want to, we want to make sure that we have the right staff and we keep retention of staff that are trained. Very fortunate. We made phone calls that night when I was traveling over to displace inmates within our jail. At the same time, do a staff recall, and we're calling everybody on the list. And we had 5 individuals uniform up and make it to the jail at the time that I returned back to the jail. We had county inmates there. So I applaud those staff that was able to make it there and help us. But it happens just like that. You don't get a notice. 1 o'clock in the morning and it goes down. But, so anyway, just some thought there. heat and plumbing, and looking at that portion of it, getting it, and right now, using inmate labor, we're feeling confident we could dry it in for a little over 20,000, and then we're hoping that we can, typically a finished building around 45-ish is what we're hoping. But we will, at the next meeting, we will have some hopefully some numbers that we can show that this is what we're going to try to attempt to do ourselves. So instead of that 136, maybe we get it done for under 50.
It sounds better.
That sounds a lot.
Substantial change there, Barry.
Given our medical contract.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you,
Larry,
Barry.
thank you, Barry.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Help with Taylor County, I know they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I know that, buddy. Thanks a lot.
that's it.
Robbie?
Y'all had a great training for design. We had 214 calls for the month. And, from January 1 to July 31st, we've, answered 1,732 calls. Other than that, everything's going pretty well, unless you all have any questions.
If you're happy, we're happy.
All right, we'll do the new ambulance.
The chassis delivery date is supposed to be mid-September.
Thank you, Robert.
They put you back on board with all the vehicles.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Robert.
Gary, you got anything?
No, I have nothing to report, except for this big backup sharing is both Lori and I will be taking the state conference next month.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Anything going on with the animal shelter?
Yeah, she was planning on coming and she had to go deliver 3 dogs. Somebody was gonna take them tomorrow, but they called and said they had to have them today. And, she said everything going well, and she said she might have, did she send a report up here? She had one.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
She did. It's got total intake and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, right there in front of you.
Okay, but she said everything going well and they finally got some good paint. Those block walls are cleaning it up.
Looks a lot better. I went out there Monday, I think it was.
Yeah, but they're overloaded with cats right now. Everybody seems to want to bring cats in. So if anybody needs some cats, they've got plenty.
Terry?
Things going on.
Right now, we finished up in 561 job seekers in our office right in July. We've had 5 job fairs, I left 1 job fair off, I still. We had 5 job fairs this July 9th. We also are working with the detention center. We've had them come in probably 3 times this month, working with them with workshops. And the upcoming job fairs, we're having Monsu, PG, Montebello, Sainsbury, Pearson, job fairs on events. We're also, we did soft skills academy. We hear a lot of, we need soft skills in the community, in our companies. So we did that yesterday. And also, not to forget about the expungement information session. It's for everybody, it's open to everybody at the Career Center, and it'll be August the 7th at 6:15. Do you all have any questions or anything? We've been busy.
Yeah.
That expungement, that's to get some of these people's record felonies and stuff so they can get a job.
It's just an information session.
May want to check in there, Craig.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Terry.
I would like to make a little statement here. Recent issues regarding the administration of discretionary and project funds have caused me to consider the following. I agree with the concept that county discretionary and project funds may be used for worthy causes and projects that will benefit the residents of Marion County and individual magisterial districts. However, the expenditure of these funds may be subject to oversight and accountability that will ensure a good measure of transparency. As a result, I'm currently developing a system of checks and balances that will ensure such transparency. The system will be presented for approval in the near future and will include steps that will assure that the expenditures and subsequent use of county funds are both appropriate and open for public scrutiny. Thank you. Under old business, new business to consider approval of $1,500 for Joe Mattingly for Brown Foreman Road land acquisition.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Next, item B is consider approval of $500 for Larry Buckman for land acquisition
Motion.
on Brown Foreman Road.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
And Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Does anybody else have anything?
Payment of
Pay the
bills.
bills with additions if there are any.
Is that a motion?
That is.
Second.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Let's MTA this thing.
Second. Sounds good, thank you.